Hey everyone, I'm coming to you guys with a new updated video of the breakdown of box.gg. There's been a lot of changes that have happened since my last video about box.gg. So as you can see, things are much different with the layout for the website. A couple big changes is there's no longer trivia every 4 minutes. So one of the ways that you could earn free gems is gone. But they did change the gem drop to every 30 minutes. So there's 2 drops an hour. You can enter them at 28th minute of the hour and the 58th minute of the hour. With those gem drops, there is gem missions that you can do, but I believe I talked about these before. You have to do your research about the gem missions. You really have to look into them before you accept the gem mission, because sometimes the time restraints make it extremely difficult to complete the gem mission without spending money. Some of them ask you to spend money to start the gem mission, and there are some that are quite simple, but they're few and far between. So at this point, I don't even do any gem missions at all. As you can see, there's new features. You can look at all the different ones through this way, or you can go into filters and type in the type of box that you're looking for. One of the a new feature to the exchange is there's now a 7% fee on any cards that you are trying to exchange for. So if you were to look at a $100 or 100 gem card, there'd be 7 gems added onto that. So instead of you having to exchange for 100 gems, you would have to have 107 to get the 100 gem card. So keep that in mind if you're going to be going to the exchange and trying to get raw cards. Also, the marketplace, they have added a bunch of different ones. As you can see, there's Yu-Gi-Oh here. Just changed on me. They have Magic the Gathering and they have Pokemon. They've also added a beta testing of Counter-Strike. And they've also added in, here, let's go back to the main page. We'll pull up this menu. As you can see, it says Pokemon, Magic, CS, and One Piece. They have just added One Piece today for beta testing. So there's some boxes that you can spin for, here, we'll take a look at some, for One Piece. And I don't collect One Piece, so I don't know how good any of these boxes are. So if that's something you're interested in, as you can see some of the hits up top here. Now we'll go over back to Pokemon, because there is a brand new feature that just came out on Monday. And it's called the Forge. This is where you can build your own boxes. Now, if you're going to go down this route, do your research. Like, don't just throw a box together, throw cards together. Here, I'll go into the custom. So you can create a name. Has to be a maximum of 18 characters. Can't be a name that's already been created, and no profanities. You can select the image for the box when people see it. So there's a bunch of different images. And then you can choose the cards that you want to put in. So say I want to have, these 3 really big cards. You'll have to pick quite a few, but then you go down here and you put in the percentages. So let's just say each one I want to be a 25% chance of getting. As you see, It's if all of these were 25% chance, this box is going to be quite expensive. You can see the box price right here. And then you can also see right here it says commission. You can choose how much commission you get from somebody spinning your box. So if somebody were to spin this box at 90,000 gems, I would get just under 3,000 gems per spin from somebody. And then once that's all done, you have to make sure that this is at 100%. As you're creating it, if you go down and you say like create box, right now it says enter box name because we never entered anything. If you were to say create box and something popped up where it says like error with variable weight, that has to do with the percentages, and that the percentage of the higher hits, the things that you would be making gems from compared to what you spent to open the box, if that percentage overall is too high compared to all the really low cards that are below the cost of what the box is, if it's not balanced properly, you won't be able to create the box. So it has to have a certain amount to it. So if that happens, you will have to go back and do some tweaking to some of the higher cards and lower those percentages so that it makes more sense, or else you won't be able to create the box. So we'll go back after that. And right here, you can see your boxes. So you can take a look at your boxes. As you can see, I've made quite a few. I've made 19. And the most popular one is ×2 odds Moonbryon. And what I did for this box is I looked at the most popular boxes that were spun on box.gg. Just the original boxes that were created by Boxed. And I looked at the ones that did the best and that people spun the most. And what I found was there's a Moonbryon box that's like 61 gems or something, 60 to 70 gems per spin. It's a 3 spice, so the chances of hitting anything good are really hard. And I figured, you know what? I'm going to see what happens if I double all of the odds, all the percentages of all the hits in that box. I kept all of the lower cards basically the same. But what it did is it created a box where there's double the odds for all of the hits, but it's less than double the price. And once I created that, I went into the chat and I promoted, and it has become the most popular box in Forge at this point. Like, as you can see, the amount that's been spent on that box, the amount that I've earned, well, on the boxes, I should say, and the amount that I've earned in total. And I have quite a few. Most of them are 3 spice hunt boxes, basically. I've recreated a whole bunch of the original hunt boxes from the website. And as you can see, you go back into just the regular Forge, and you'll see right here it says trending. My box is right there. It says 7.44 thousand opens. And you can look through. You can go into the filters. You can search different spice levels, different gem costs. You can search up names for different boxes, and you can spin away, and you can help somebody out by giving them a commission from spinning their box. Another thing that has changed is battles. So normally there's a battle. You create one with either 2 to 4 players. You can either play or battle against others, or you can battle against bots. What they've done now, though, is they've changed a couple things. So you can see right here, add box, add loser prize. That's normal. Now you can do team battles where it's 2 people versus 2 other people. There's crazy mode. and there's shared mode. So crazy mode is where the loser wins. Whoever has the lowest amount from all of their boxes wins everything instead of the highest. Shared mode is no matter what anybody pulls, if it's four people battling or you against 3 bots, everything gets pooled together and then split evenly. Now this can be really nice because the chances of losing gems is a lot lower, but the only problem is if you were to do a shared battle and you miraculously spun a Moonbryon, you wouldn't get the Moonbryon because it would be split up and you'd end up getting a gem voucher for 25% of that card. So if you're hunting for a specific card, it is not a good idea because then you could end up losing that card because it's in shared mode and it'll just be split up between everybody. But if you're just looking for inventory or gem vouchers to trade in the exchange or in the marketplace, then shared mode would make more sense. Crazy mode, that would be more for people who have really, really bad luck with battles. So, being with the loser winning, you could end up making profit from that sort of thing. Another feature that they have done is here you can see this lock has a purple. When I click it, it goes purple and it locks instead of unlocking like the crystal right beside it. So that means that this card is locked. You can't accidentally trade it. You can't accidentally sell it. You can't do anything with it. If I want to withdraw this card, I have to unlock it to be able to withdraw it. It won't let me if it's locked. So this is just an extra layer of protection to cards because there's been many instances where somebody has accidentally sold a card. And it can be quite devastating when it's a card you really, really want. So that's most of the updates. Let's go back into the main page. So the different ways that you can build free gems is the drops. They're still here and they've doubled. There's no more trivia. You can get commissions from forge boxes if you've put the time and effort into creating one and done your research and looked at other boxes and their percentages and which ones have already done well, and you try and recreate that same sort of box but with different cards, like put in the effort, don't just throw something together in a rush, you can make some pretty good gems from that. Another one is people using your code. So if you haven't, go create a code in settings. Go here, settings. Let's see if it's in advanced settings. No, I don't have the other settings set up, so I don't want to accidentally dox myself. But you go into settings, you go into your account, you can create a code, and then you can do code swaps with other people where, you both agree to pay a certain amount when you're purchasing gems and you agree to use each other's codes so that you can get codes from that. Another thing is in the affiliate, they now have ranking. So down here you can see there's rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So each rank, 1 is 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%. So as you work your way up, you will end up getting, instead of the average 1% that you would normally get as commission from somebody using your code, you can get a different percentage, and that's from people purchasing gems from using your code and active users within the last 30 days. So the active users is just from the last 30 days. The amount of gems purchased is over the entire time you've had an account. So the more active you are, the more you trade, swap codes with others, and have people use your code, or that sort of thing, the more people you have actively using your code, the higher your percentage will be. So as you can see, mine's at 4%. It's 10 active referees. So 10 people in the last 30 days have used my code. And over all time, I've had over 500,000 gems purchased using my code. I already have the rank 5, but having 20 active referees that's a lot more work, and I don't feel like I need to be at 5%. I'm happy at 4%. It's pretty active, pretty easy to keep 10 active referees in the last 30 days. So that is another way to get gems. And then also, the last way to get gems, other than the gem missions, which I don't really recommend, is there are sponsored streamers who give out gem codes. And the average gem code will be 500 gems. Sometimes they give out more than that, but that's the lowest amount that they'll give out is 500 gems. There's a couple different sponsored streamers. There's Chloe XO on Twitch. There's OK Rhino on Twitch. There's Dran's Poke Corner or Dran's Cards on YouTube. There's Trainer Grizzly, who's on YouTube. There is Meathead Militia, who is on Twitch. He's mostly the Magic the Gathering side. But they all give out gem codes. They all have their own scheduled streams. Go search them up. If you don't know who they are or how to find them, if you go onto box.gg's Discord, into the self-promotion channel, you will find them on there and follow them, and you can start joining into their live streams and their giveaways on videos and shorts and all that sort of stuff, and you can enter into those giveaways to earn gems. So that is basically what has happened in the last several months. It's been a while since I've done a video. And yeah, so the website has changed a lot. There's been some really big changes, some growing pains from all these changes, you know. Losing the trivia was a rough one for a lot of people. But I think at the end of the day, this box.gg is going in the right direction. They're still willing to create ways for free-to-play users to continue getting gems, but they've also, you know, created ways for pay-to-play users to, you know, get more cards. So yeah, there's been some big changes, some really good ones, some not so good, but at the end of the day, I think they're doing really well. So, if you have any questions about anything that I talked about or anything that's a little bit more in depth, you can reach out to me and I will help you as much as I can. Now, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this really helped. Have a good night. Bye.